So we're sticking to the topic of love on your Feel Good Breakfast show this morning, and there's nothing quite as romantic as taking your bae to the theatre throughout the month of love, specifically on Valentine's Day. Now, Tenji, our Expresso drama mama, she's got a nice little roundup as to what you can expect from the theatres this month.
The year is off to a fighting start at the theatre as American Black History Month and the celebration of love come under the spotlight this month. But whether you'll be taking a date or going alone, there is something fantastic for everyone at the theatre in February. After a smashing run in Cape Town, the hit musical West Side Story comes to the big city. The Broadway revamp of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, set in 1950s New York, promises audiences a bit of danger, seduction, and of course, a head ringing full of show tunes. Catch West Side Story at the Joburg Theatre until the 5th of March. Then a stellar cast lights up the Fugard Theatre in Cape Town, led by legendary actress Annemar van der Merwe and directed by Janice Honeyman. A compelling work, The Mother will run from the 7th of February until the 4th of March.
Can't understand why this.
Why do you think he's come back?
Who?
Nicholas, why has he come back?
The Mother is a family drama, a very intricate look at family relationships and at empty nest syndrome, I would say. I think that a play like this resonates to South Africans and everybody else in the world, so anyone can relate to it, really.
My darling.
This is a top-flight cast, the very best cast that I could possibly have had for this play, and I've had an absolutely brilliant time working with all of them.
I'm wondering if he hasn't split up
With everything.
Yes, with her.
Zella wrote a very complex character, which is lovely, at the same time very volatile and at the same time extremely vulnerable. And those are wonderful contrasts for me, and that makes her quite textured and playable.
Although it focuses on the mother, it's the mother story. It is very much about all four characters. And I think people will find more humour in it than you would imagine, because it's the humour of recognition. It's a brilliant play. Can't say it.
I won't be able to sleep until I've spoken to him.
Perhaps you ought to leave him in peace for a while.
Bringing it back to Johannesburg, the Market Theatre joins our American brothers and sisters in celebrating Black History Month with a play called The Meeting. It imagines what it would have been like if Dr. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X ever had a meeting of minds.
Nothing good can come from this.
There are questions that are being posed in this play around Martin Luther King's dream, around what Malcolm the things that he vehemently fought for. And the question is, how much of the American dream do Black people in America in the contemporary times have? And there's a relevance that also it throws back to South Africa. We are still also working out our freedom. And so it's so beautiful to be able to pick up a mirror and look at ourselves from a very big perspective. And this play is touching on what is it that drives people to a point where they're willing to give of themselves to make sure that the collective dream is achieved.
Don't you want the couch, Doc?
Directed by James Ngoba, this stunning cast brings to life a spirited political debate which still resonates with modern life and especially in today's political climate.
I'm surprised you still have one with all that non-violent action that you're involved in.
Malcolm X was a freedom fighter, activist in the mid-60s. He spoke of a new strategy, and a lot of young people resonated with that. It's about thinking for yourself and deciding on your own future and the outcome of your life.
I got lucky because my characters were fictitious characters, so I kind of had a bit more freedom in creating this guy, Rashad, who is described just as Malcolm's bodyguard. So I've had to kind of, read up on the history. So yeah, it's been quite a journey, definitely. Yeah.
But the only chance we got of winning is to protect the leader.
What you get here is a window into a private conversation between him and another equally prolific man. Anybody who follows politics in the world would know that the two men that were voices for the civil rights movement had two and starkly different points of departure and in how they approach their politics. But I've always believed there's a parallel narrative between South Africa and America. So I think us lending our voice to this is basically saying from this end of the world, we resonate with that part of the world and what's going on. You've got an amazing cast, directed by an amazing director with an amazing script. So if I'm excited, hey, come on and watch.
Still the dreamer.
And you're still the revolutionary?
Well, thank you.
I hadn't realized I had paid you a compliment.
From star-crossed lovers to family drama to celebrating iconic figures in Black history, there is a rich assortment of reasons to head down to the theatre for a night out this month.